Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you've been well. Here we are in the driveway that a lot of you guys know and hopefully love. This is, I think I said in the last video, this is gonna be the last video that I do at this house. I'm actually over here, I got like plastic on the ground if you hear that wafting around. I'm restaining the deck today. I've been sanding it for the last couple days and kind of just refinishing stuff, getting this house ready to sell. And I thought I would do, as a lot of my videos are, a rambling video. We're gonna talk about all of the rigs. We're gonna talk about the house a little bit. But this house, basically, I bought, I don't know, 4 years, 3.5, 4 years ago, something like that. And the only vehicle I had at the time was the Tacoma. You can't see because it's so bright out here right now, but the Tacoma's in the garage. And this was the only car I had at the time. I was dating Ashley, but this was it. But I knew I wanted more and I wanted a bigger garage. So the main reason I got this house, honestly, was because of the big 3-car garage. Since that, the driveway wasn't paved, I paved the driveway. I built this little carport along the side of the house here to park another vehicle. I made it intentionally tall just in case, and the over 10-foot tall Sprinter, this is the Jayco Terrain 4x4, fits in here. So that's kind of where it's housed, protected from the elements. Originally my 80 series was parked over there. But yeah, so Tacoma, then I think the next vehicle I got was the 80, and I've actually bought and sold another 4 or 5 vehicles that I don't even have anymore, but added a bunch of new vehicles to the fleet. Real quick interjection here. Thank you guys for following along with me from the beginning, for those of you that have been or those that have joined later in my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Wouldn't be here doing this stuff without you guys, and hopefully my videos are somewhat entertaining and once in a while a little educational or informative. So thank you for watching. And also I want to thank my sponsors, like the sponsor of today's video, AG1, who is empowering you to take ownership of your own health. AG1, this little bag here, is foundational nutrition. One easy scoop of this every day really kind of knocks out all your nutrition for the day. And I love that it's just so easy, just effortless. I don't have to think about it because I'm running around all the time, obviously, and way too busy, and excuses, but I don't always have the best healthy diet. So this kind of makes sure that I get all my vitamins, minerals, nutrients, prebiotics, probiotics, all that good stuff for the day, packed into one little scoop mixed with 8 ounces of water. Actually, let me show you how it's done. You can get this little bottle here with measuring line. I put 8 ounces of water. Aren't tailgates great? Make tailgates great again. This is on the FJ60 here. 8 ounces of water, the colder the better in my opinion. And in here, they only use the highest quality ingredients with the strictest manufacturing processes. One little scoop here, dropped in here. Let me try and get it in frame. And AG1 replaces key health products. 9 health products working together as one, replacing your multivitamins, multi-minerals, pre and probiotics, immunity support, and more. Green, like the Tundra, so you know it's good. So if you want to try it yourself, go to drinkag1.com/LLOD. They'll throw in a year's supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 little travel packs. So thanks again to AG1 for sponsoring this video and keeping me healthy. All right, back to the video. The Land Cruisers haven't gotten out much because even though the driveway, it's not massive, but it's a decent size. You can park a handful of cars here. You could kind of park a car here out of the way, but kind of made some more area. I did fence in this whole area, put a little gate to access back there, and then so I basically parked a car here, and then back in here I cut down a few trees and cleared out a little area beside the fence, and this is where the 2 Land Cruisers were parked basically there and here. And they were parked here, they were connected to battery tenders, and they sat. They just sat. Actually, for a while, I even had my Polaris General parked over here, and then I would usually have a car parked here that kind of blocks them all in, whether that's the Sequoia or the Tundra or whatever. So the Land Cruisers, just getting them out was logistically difficult, so they sat. So actually, this was the first time I've gotten the 80 or the 60 out. They were just kind of sitting under covers. First time I've gotten them out in probably about a year. I took this to Overland Expo Mountain West. It was in Toyo's booth last year, and that was probably really the last time that's been driven. And the 60 probably has been even longer than that. So I was kind of happy they both started right up and everything's fine. I put fuel stabilizer in them for the long run. Unfortunately, everyone's nightmare happened here. So squirrel nest in there. So they ate up some of the firewall insulation, none of the wires, but I don't have power steering in this baby anymore. So I got to figure out what's going on there. But anyways, got these guys out. At the new place, I'm going to strategically park them and build a bigger shop to where I can drive them more just for fun. You know, like this one, I would just put the mountain bike on the back and take it to the trails and just kind of my Sunday joy ride, and don't ever really have intentions of making this into a trail rig. This thing is built like crazy. You know, this is a 97 well, actually, I'll get into these a little bit later. So yeah, basically lived in this house. This house has been my home. Obviously, it's where Ashley and I have lived. We got married. We had Cooper. In this house, it was, it's so bright here. Maybe this is better. It was kind of my run at putting some intentional effort into YouTube creation. So this has been a very, I don't know, kind of monumental house. I don't know the right word or even the right thought or feeling that I'm trying to express, but house obviously been a big part of my life, but big part of the YouTube channel as well. Made holsters out of this garage, like gonna miss the house. Actually, Ashley kind of likes this house more than the new house. She kind of just really likes the neighborhood, the neighbors, and this house feels a little more cozy. But it's gonna be gone. Gonna be selling it. So this will be the last kind of big weight off my shoulders. If you've been following the channel at all, which I'm guessing you have if you're watching this random video, I was building a house, and really I bought land, designed the house, worked with engineers and county and everyone to get through that whole process. And then I was the general contractor on the house, and then I physically built the house for 8 or 9 months there every day building, and then coming home and doing all the general contractor stuff in the evenings. That house is finally pretty much done. I still got to build the barn shop, more on that later, and do a lot of random this and that at that house. But basically I was slammed for the last year of my life, and then now we've moved by now, and we're just getting this house ready to sell. So I'm kind of knocking out a bunch of projects that I just hadn't gotten done, cleaning the place out, fixing some trim, and I put whatever in the walls and taking those off and patching them and painting them, sanding down the whole deck. I'm gonna be staining it today, actually, right when I'm done filming this video. Ashley's out here cleaning up the yard a little bit and the chicken coop and the run. But once this house is on the market, hopefully by the end of next week, this house is going to be on the market. Then that'll be the last major life weight stress off my shoulders. So once that's behind me, hopefully we'll be able to refocus on projects and YouTube and holsters and all the stuff that I enjoy more than being a slave to my houses. So yeah, selling that, but I figured it'd be a fun little opportunity since in the next little bit, I'm gonna have to start moving all of my vehicles that were parked here over to the new house. But I'm probably gonna put a couple of these just parked, because I got this garage, you know, it's nice to park vehicles in the garage. I don't have enough garage space for all my vehicles. So probably keep the Tacoma here for a bit, and then maybe both Land Cruisers, but I don't want to fill the garage all the way up. Even though it's a pretty big garage, I may just park one other Land Cruiser here. So when people come to look at buying the house, they'll be like, oh, this guy's got good taste in vehicles. I should probably buy this house. I just don't know whether to put the 80 or the 60 in the garage. Which do you think? If you walked in, if you're like going to buy a house and you came in, it was like the sweet Tacoma, the Sprinter right here, and then what would be the third? Would it be the crazy built 80 or the 60? I don't know. I think it'd just be cool. But yeah, let's talk about the vehicles a little bit. The only Toyota that's not here in the fleet is the Sequoia, which I love. The Sequoia. The Sequoia is so sweet. It's kind of been between the Sequoia and the Tundra. I've been kind of my daily drivers, and I've had the third row out of the Sequoia and just been kind of using it to haul stuff that hauls better in an SUV if it's raining or whatever. If it's taller, you know, because I got the Diamondback cover. So depending on what I'm doing that day and whether I have Cooper, because the car seat fits a little better in the Sequoia, maybe take the Sequoia, but the Sequoia's not here. I recently did kind of a 1-year update on the Sequoia. I love that thing. We actually just threw the third row back in because Isabella had a birthday party and Ashley needed to transport like 7 or 8 girls, whatever, to the swimming pool. And we just were like, well, we got the Sequoia for that reason. So she put the third row in, used it, awesome. Anyway, Sequoia is the only one that's not here. And we'll just start here in the vehicle you guys probably maybe know and love the most on the channel. This is a 2016 Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road. Let me just set some ISO so we're not going in and out because the bright garage over here. Okay, here. So it's on 35-inch Toyo open country MTs and Relations race wheels, bead locks. I forget RS6 or RS7s. I always get those confused. Full CBI, armor, front bumper, rear dual swing out, sliders, skids, the Dobinson MRR, MRA, fully adjustable suspension on here, the coilover. I also got the adjustable MRA shocks, long travel shocks in the rear, full multicam black wrap. This is the same tan Toyota Tacoma Quicksand that has been on my channel forever. It is Quicksand still underneath, so it's the same truck. I always get the urge to pull. The multicam looks awesome, obviously, but I go through phases of missing the Quicksand. Diamondback cover, high camper, sky camp, mini up there, Prinsu roof rack, KC highlights all around, rock lights, everything. We got the propane tank, Expedition mounts. This is just bolted onto this side of the CBI swing out plate. Maybe I can show more of that later. I do have the power brake, big brake front kit, 529s. I forget if I said that. I don't know, some other stuff. But yeah, you guys are pretty familiar with this truck, I think. And then we got the Tundra, which you guys are probably pretty familiar with. This is the 2022 Tundra. This is a limited with the TRD off-road package, CBI front bumper, worn winch, KC highlights. We got the KC highlights Flex Air 3s on the KC highlights stitch mount bracket. Up here, 37-inch Toyo RT Trails on the Relations race wheels. Again, I'm sorry, I always, whether these are the RR6s or RR7s. These are the bronze though. They're hybrid, so these ones don't have bead locks, but the same wheels can have bead locks like on the Tacoma. This is still just on the Westcott kind of spacer lift, but I like the back a little higher. It's pretty much level right now when there's no weight in the back, but anytime I put weight, it's squatted a little bit and I hate it. So I want to update the suspension on the Tundra, and I don't know, it handles these 37s so well, and it doesn't rub, just like normal road driving or anything, going off curbs or whatever. I think if you got a little more flex in there, it would, but I kind of, just for fun, want to see if I can fit 40s on here, but I don't know if I will or not. I got a CBI rear bumper coming. The Diamondback cover is actually no racks on it right now because I've been loading this thing up, moving stuff out of my old house, big stuff that I've just been putting on top. There's actually a new cover coming out. Well, it's already out, the Diamondback Switchback, which is basically a trifold that I have sitting in the yard at my new house that I need to put on, and then I have a CBI rear bumper coming. So I may update the suspension, rear bumper, but you guys know that truck, it's been great. This is the 6.5 foot bed. I have a lot of videos on this truck with the small back seat, which for most of the time, unfortunately, since I have the Sequoia for like family duty, this truck has been great for me, but the back seat is lacking. So if I wanted to make this into an adventure truck and throw the whole family in it, it would be tough, especially with the dogs. So a lot of people said I would regret not getting the Crew Max. This is the double cab. And I don't know, I have utilized the full 6.5 foot bed a lot. Like, I've really enjoyed the bed. So this is definitely the way to go for me when I'm by myself, 100%. But if I do want to use this as a family adventure mobile, the Crew Max would definitely be a better fit, especially with the car seat in the back. So anyway, that's the Tundi. This is I have plenty of videos in the past on all of these rigs if you're curious in finding out more detailed stuff. But this is my 97 40th anniversary. Triple locked, the 80 series, guys. I always got to let you know, this is a factory triple locked one, but it is. And it's 40th anniversary. This is the one to get. 1997. So this is pretty modified. It's got ARB front. It's just got dual winches, actually front and rear, 4x4 labs rear, dual swing out. This is sitting on 37-inch Toyo Open Country MT, 37 1250s on Relations race wheels RR2. Love the look of those wheels. It's got the GFC hard mount, direct mount tent on there. It needs some updating though. It's got the SLE long radius arms. It's got the Delta Panhard bracket. It tracks pretty good, drives pretty nice. It could go for more power and it could go for a big brake kit, but honestly it's not too bad until you start going up a road or an incline or need to brake super hard. That inside, we've got the Shieldman seats. Super nice, very expensive, but oh, those are nice. It's a bummer I don't drive this thing more because it definitely has the nicest seats. Actually, I really like the Tundra seats. Reupholstered the steering wheel just with one of those kits I got on Amazon, miscellaneous this and that. Actually, no cracks in the dashboard. We got a custom little guy from Wes. Wes hooked this up. He didn't make it, but he got it made for me. Black Hills Builds on Instagram. Fire extingy, and then I did all the rear seat deletes here for this like little platform that I just built for fun. Back when I had time to just dick around with fun projects. It's the rear winch. If you can see my screen, I can't see anything. It's too bright. It's too bright out here. I should get a custom thing, say Toyota Poop Cruiser. But this was 60-inch dual slide that I just kind of built for fun one day. Some stuff. But these are kind of cool because they're like full slides. You can pull it so far out. Put a little cooktop in here. This is kind of a half finished project. This pulls out as well. This is where my fridge went. I got to go through. I got the Hurricane Fab tailgate storage here as well. I got to basically go through and rework all my electrical though, because I got on top I got the Explore Solar dual solar. I think they're like 150 each, so I think this is like 300 watts, or maybe they're 126 each. I forget exactly, but I need to hook those in to the solar charger and the dual battery setup to work better. So this is kind of an ongoing project slash restoration. One day maybe, if I just fall into great deals of money, I'll LS swap it and really do some stuff. But that is not today. This is a 1984 60 series Land Cruiser FJ60. This one looks mostly stock. It's got a little lift, 33-inch tires, OEM front and rear bumpers, but it does have a V8 under the hood. I didn't do the swap. I bought it this way. I believe this is from like a 93 Firebird. So it's not like a modern LS3 or anything like that, but definitely more power than it came with stock. That's mated to a four-speed manual transmission. But in here, yeah, I got, the fancy mats like the TLC Land Cruisers. I even got the rosin visors up in here. I did Corbeau seats up in here, not too bad. Big Tuffy center console, and this one's pretty OEM inside. Just got the OEM rear seat. I put a little black cover on it. The seat's actually in great condition, but I kind of wanted to keep it that way, so I just put a little cover on it. This is another Hurricane Fab rear tire gate storage that I needed to put in. Just a little bin back here. And then I basically got some storage for various projects. This is actually a wits end rear panel thingy that I'm going to use to kind of dial in some electrical stuff for the 80 actually. This is a dash cover for this because this one does have a cracked dash. This is a new grille. I have a bunch of new emblems and stuff. The idea is to eventually, the paint's not in great condition. It's really hard to tell, especially when it's so bright out here, but a lot of oxidation and peeling. The body's pretty straight overall, but there are a couple dents that do need fixing. And then again, I think it's too bright to see, but paint's not in good condition. So I do want to do a little body work to this, get it painted and just make it kind of look cherry. And then we got Ashley's RAV4. This was the first model year of the whatever gen this RAV4 is. I think this is 2018 or 2019, whatever the first model year is. This has been great. It's Ashley's daily. We haven't done much to it. It's on some Hoyos. What size are they? 245/65 R17s on 1552s, and these are kind of like a hybrid snow tire on there since it's all-wheel drive. We got the Prinsu rack, a couple KC lights, but pretty much stock. Ashley's really liked that. I wish we would have just waited. Hybrids were really hard to get at the time, but the hybrid has so much more power and so much better to drive. I wish we waited for the hybrid, but that's been a great vehicle for Ashley. This was a first model year Tundra. I've had no issues with it, and that was actually a first model year 3rd gen Tacoma. So I've had pretty good luck. So the question is, what next? What next? You guys probably all know that the new Tacoma, 2024 Tacoma is coming out. Definitely don't need it, but if there seems to be enough demand for it, maybe I'll get one, but I don't think I will keep both Tacomas. That's the problem. I would sell this Tacoma and get the new Tacoma and then build that up from scratch. It's a great opportunity to work with my build partners and stuff and just kind of push the envelope of new builds and what you can do on them. And that's kind of fun, and it's good for content and all that stuff. So let me know your thoughts down below on 24 Tacoma, if I should get one, build it out. I probably should technically, since I'm a YouTube guy, but if I wasn't, I don't think I would. Though, having said that, it has a lot of really nice features, and if I was just loaded, I would for sure get one because it's like a mini Tundra, and I really like the Tundra. So I from what I've seen of the new Tacoma, I do really like it, not knocking it, not saying I don't want to build it just because I don't. It's just expensive, a lot of time and energy. But let me know what future projects you want to see. Say goodbye to the house. If you are in the market for a house in Conifer, Colorado, like 2,900 square foot, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3-car garage, pretty high elevation, 8,800 feet, roughly up in the mountains of Colorado, email me at mike@LLOD.us and I can put you in touch with my realtor. I had a guy, I mentioned I was selling my house in another video, and I had some comment, "Oh, using YouTube to sell your..." My YouTube is my life. It's a reflection of my life. So yeah, obviously, if you guys have seen the house and fell in love with it or whatever, and you'd like to buy it, let me know. But obviously, I'm just listing it like a normal person on MLS, and we'll have showings. But probably we'll have an open house in the next week or two. So yeah, if for some reason you fit the 0.001% of the population that's looking to buy a house in Conifer, Colorado that is these specs, let me know. But yeah, this is the last video here, I think. So I'll miss you, house. Ashley will miss you even more. But hope you enjoyed the video. I gotta get to work. Burning daylight here, and I gotta stain this whole deck. By the way, big full wraparound deck around the whole house, well, around like half the house. Okay, all right guys, thanks for watching. Be returning to your normally scheduled content here in the next week or so. Take care.